What's going on, brothers and sisters? What is going on today? We had some technical issues, so we're coming right on, straight into it. You know what I mean? But what we can do, we're going to play a beautiful song really quick, all right? To start it off, by my deacon, Quadam. All right? Peace and blessings to everybody out there. How y'all doing? All right, let's get it. Let's start it off right. All right? Let's get it. Fair use.
Illuminati isn't hood enough. You say you're the rock and we cooking up.
Shalom.
Jews, oh look it up. I pray the most high and they hook it up. Then I hop on the mic and do it up. By my fucking business and I'm suited up. And I do it with my boots, huh? Free brew, no noose, huh? Feet planted like roots, huh? From the southwest of the Houston. But for real, I'm from Jerusalem. Abraham stopped in the whip. I got in when the chariot dipped. Flipping the scripts with the flick of the wrist. No rear view in the spaceship. AR-15 up on the mountain. If it gotta come down and spit fire on demons, I call that Levitical. Water so cold, the fall of my rock and my shelter in snow. I call that an igloo. I feel the flow with living water to my belly and soul. I call that umbilical. And I don't know how they killing they own and they saying they soldiers. Who is your general? With all of my tribes surrounded by fire, inheritance that we gon' divvy up. Angels in the sky, Bahashim Yeshai and Cherry.
Hit that like button.
Boys acting like cavities in their feelings again. I'm trying not to offend these candy men. They kick cats, I break them off. Swerve, 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 swerve. The devil a lie. Swerve. With all of my tribes. Swerve. I pray the most high. Swerve. Bahashim Yeshai. Swerve. 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 The devil a lie. Swerve. With all of my tribes. Swerve. I pray the most high. Swerve. Bahashim Yeshai. Swerve. So she say she a savage. What? Cause she blazing cabbage and run after them baggies. And you ain't gotta be Jason Voorhees Friday 13th or chasing the savage. She'll let you run it like New Balance. Hot girl, summer stacking bodies mortuary. If you add the masses divided by ratchetness, then that's just an average chick. I'm a man and I'm masculine. You won't catch me dressed up and drag up in no magazine. I grew up when the fashion was flagged. Accessories to match with shoppers and magazines. And we wasn't at home on the phones. We were playing tag, the kicking and doors. So one of my homies told me we ain't African American, we the chosen. So I can't be controlled with fame, glitz, glow, with no Jason figures trig. If you ignorant, then use a nigga. They own all the niggas. These white guys never rich. Swerve from this nation killing us with these experiments. Swerve like Stevie Wonder. How can I see it no different? I gave up my life. I'm swerving to death. I swerve to my right. I swerve to my left. I got the green light. I don't see no red. I'm messing them. Should I kill it? They say go ahead. Swerve. The devil a lie. Swerve. With all of my tribes. Swerve. I pray the most high. Swerve. Bahashim Yeshai. Swerve. 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 The devil a lie. Swerve. With all of my tribes. Swerve. I pray the most high. Swerve. Bahashim Yeshai. Swerve. Hey.
Yeah, buddy. All right. That was Swerve by Deacon Quadam. Right? We are in here and we ready to go tonight. Ain't gonna be on too long tonight. Like I said last week, we are doing a Q&A and we're gonna get into some Bible trivia because I know I didn't do I haven't opened up the lines in a few weeks because we had so much scriptures that we had to get into. If you know what I mean. So if you guys are coming in, make sure you hit that like button and make sure if you didn't watch last week's show, make sure you check that out. Make sure that because I noticed a lot of people probably didn't get to see the lessons about the copper and things like that. So I need you guys to go and check those out because sometimes I'm getting the same questions. Like I tell you, if you don't listen, you're going to miss it. And if you do listen, you're going to glisten. Okay. And because at the end of the day, Christ told us to go out and heal. And that's and you know, if it be the Most High's will, that's what we're going to do through his ways, through his doings, through his power, through his faith, through his herbs, through his things that he put in the earth for food and for meat. All right. So tonight's the night you can ask some of those questions if you did not watch some of those lessons. But I rather you go and watch some of the lessons because we can't make the whole show about it because we have to get, as much questions or Bible trivia questions out. Like I said, we're not going to be on too long tonight at all. So we will talk about a few things, but I will open up the lines or whatever the case may be. But first, before I do that, make sure that you're coming in. I appreciate you, Eleanor. We appreciate all the donations from the brothers and sisters because we can't do the work without the people in the kingdom bringing their brick. So we appreciate your brick and the extra bricks that people bring. Real talk. Okay. Blessings to all of the elderly people out there in our church, the younger people, the elders, the deacons, and the officers. Blessings to all of you guys and your families. I know we're getting ready for our new holy days coming up in fall. Okay, so it's going to be a beautiful time. Yes, it's pretty hot in certain parts of this Western world, obviously. I mean, my AC actually went out. My actual AC motor had went out in my house on one of the most hottest days. It's like the heat index, and we know they're playing with the weather beyond any shadow of a doubt. The heat index was like 115. The heat index was like 115 out here, and that's the day that people's ACs was going out. And I had a brand new air conditioner when I moved into this house, but when you live in a place that has a lot of heat, sometimes you have to replace things. So praise the Most High, man. I had to get out there at 11 o'clock at night, get into my shed, man. It was so hot. And take out those portable ACs. I had 2 portable ACs that I use for tabernacles just in case sometimes. Because it gets hot. You can't really enjoy tabernacles in the heat. That's not the way the Most High necessarily designed it. Fall time was supposed to be fall time, okay? Not summertime. So sometimes people have to resort to RVs and just different things like that because it gets ultimately, like you'll be in a greenhouse sometime in some of these tents, you know what I mean? So, to each his own, but that's why the Most High gave us grace until we are in his environment where the weather is supposed to be the way that it's actually supposed to be. So, yeah, we put those portable ACs in there and we made it happen. It cooled off the few rooms until next day. The Most High blessed us because no AC person was able to come out. That we called. I had a friend named Jesus or Jesus, but he was busy and said he couldn't get to me the next day until after 4. And we like, man, but no complaining, man, just maintaining, like it, And so I called someone else local, and he ended up saying, man, there's only 1 part left in the city for your part, 1. And I said, well, can you do it today? And I said, all right, cool. If you could do it today, I'm gonna pay. And then my wife was like, babe, man, guess what this man's name is? Because it was crazy because no one could come out. So they had to kind of just, after they were done with a job, just fit us into the schedule. And this person's name was Israel. And the guy, Jesus, usually, or Jesus is usually the one that fixes my AC, this Hispanic Issachar brother, but he was just totally busy. So when Israel said, this Issacharite said that he was going to fix it, I said, okay, well, Jesus don't have to come tomorrow. So I matter of fact, Jesus hit me up and he said, is anybody at your house? And I'm like, okay, so he's hitting me up the same day. I thought he wasn't going to be able to come to the next day. So why did I say this? The Most High is always with us when we go through these things. It was either going to be Israel or Jesus, even though we know Jesus means Joshua. But you know what I'm saying? Deliverer, whatever the case may be. That's not Yeshaya's name, but it was either going to be one of the 2 Israelites coming to help a brother. And the Most High was just showing his little footprint. So that's one thing I appreciate about it. And yeah, it got fixed the same day. And we got fit into the schedule just from a little prayer. And man, it was all good. But I was saying prayers out there for brothers and sisters who possibly been going through that with no electricity because they had a power outage as well on that same day. So if it's not winter and people are not going through freezing temperatures, it's the heat sometimes. And so that's why we have to start looking into alternative things. And, like solar or whatever the case may be. People try to come up with all these different ideas about what you can come up with. Just pick one. Just pick a backup, because everyone's an expert at everything. Pick a backup. Try your best to get it. If you don't have a backup, just hold it down to the ground. Okay, and stay in prayer and just do what you can do. But yeah, man, it's good to be here. I'm gonna go into a little something really quick before I open up the calls. Nothing too deep, but something I just been seeing online. But before I do that, can I make a quick announcement for you guys? We have in front of us here what you see. This is a website, and it is historytimes.org. And first and foremost, if you are new to this channel, GOCC Media, if you just stumbled in it, if you're Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever you are, I'm sure you might still want to lend an ear in and listen, even if you don't agree, because no one else is going to tell you what's going on in this world except for God's teachers. And you're probably like, what do you mean God's teachers? Yeah, listen, I believe we are the only people on the earth who know what's going on outside of the blood drinking elites. Okay. And yes, I'm very confident in that, not in myself, but in the word of the Most High, because it never fails. It never comes back slack. Okay. And it's just like that. He's on the throne of fire. He's never gonna expire, never gonna retire. All haters is a liar. And yes, I said it just like that. So, yeah, all jokes aside, we have this in front of you. The beautiful Hebrew and Bible Academy that we do on Sundays. Now, let me hip you to the game on how we do things here. We have a main channel, A Gathering 144. Okay, where our main and head pastor, Elder Ricard, teaches. Okay, he teaches after today on Wednesday. Okay, and then he teaches on Friday and Saturday. And then he comes back on Sunday with Elder Lawyer and Elder Shapat with powerful news, world news of what's going on, not only in the Western world, but overseas. Okay. And things that this church have been saying, for the last 15 plus years, they all come true. Not because we're special, but because Christ is special. And if we just follow his ways. And I'm not just saying that. I'm like, we really living this and acting this. Okay, we putting this in action. Faith and works. There's nobody who have been telling people what's going on. Even other Israelite groups, they can get political on you. But they don't really understand how to bring it forth through the Spirit. And I'm not bragging, saying we're better than them. I'm just saying, trust me when I'm telling you. The Most High's word, man, is bond. Whatever he says will be. All right. Let me scroll down here a little bit. As you see before you, I know I don't have the full thing up, but it's on Sundays in Eastern Standard Time. And it have already started, but they say they are still taking enrollments, and they will send you the rest of the videos if you didn't enter at the exact time that you were supposed to, which was July 12th. All right. It's Eastern Standard Time, okay, and there's recorded lessons that you can get, free PDF booklets to follow along with, and these are just some of the lessons that are taught. They teach different lessons every academy, and they're all powerful, and you can't find them anyplace else in the earth. Guaranteed. You're going to have fun learning Hebrew, listening to world news, humor while you're learning. It's not just a boring Edomite. No offense to white people, but I hate to tell you, that's just, and I'm not saying every Edomite teacher is boring, but mostly yes. And I still love you, Esau. I do. But that's just the truth of the matter. We can't learn from you that well on everything, depending on your character. And that's just what it is. So here you have fun. It's like, it's comedic, it's I mean, they bring it up to real life, modern day times. I'm sure your grandmama, your grandpa, your auntie, they would really enjoy learning the Bible this way. Now, in this, we do need you to support us. And you probably like, I knew it was coming. Yeah, but it's only $50 a month for 3 months, okay? $50 each month. Not only $50 for the 3 months, but that's still cheap because it is an academy and it takes a lot to, you understand, to run it, to put it up, and to get it together, okay? So I just want to put that out there. We really appreciate the support because it helps us to continue to do the work, okay? Travel, it helps the whole situation, okay? So you have things like the fall of Israel because the Native Americans, the Negroes, so-called Negroes, the Hispanics, the Pacific Islanders, according to the scriptures, these are the children of Israel. I'm not going to even say we believe it. That's what it is according to scripture and what you see with your own eyes. These are the only people struggling in the earth, going through the curses of Deuteronomy. So we talk about the fall and rise of Israel. Excuse me. I'm drinking that Lion's Brew tea. I done finished it. All right. The lost books of the Bible, because I know it's a lot of questions about, is the Bible the only book? Is it the white man's book? Have man wrote the Bible? We're going to talk about all of these things in these type of lessons, okay? Historical background of the Gospels to add to that as an addition. Secrets of the times to add to that as an addition to show you what time we're in today. From history all the way up till now, you need to understand how to watch and pray. You can't just pray. I mean, you can, obviously, but to actually fully understand, your conscience and your mind will be rolling in pure confidence, understanding your God, what he wants. Why do Israelites don't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster? Are they judging the rest of the people? Well, no. He told us these things to keep us from disease. Well, I haven't never got no disease from eating these things. Well, that's what you think that's what you think. But according to scriptures, these things were to keep us from parasites, what they call cancers nowadays. Okay? Wink, wink. From Noah, Moses to Christ, you will learn about these prophets, these teachers, the Savior himself, the Messiah, and why all of these men had to come to the earth. For prophecy, for purpose, for us. You can get all of these things at historytimes.org. Don't forget there's free PDF booklets to go along with it because you paid for it. Okay. And it's easy. You can have your notes plus that. And like I said, you learn the ancient Hebrew. And why do you learn ancient Hebrew? Because this is the language that God himself speaks with his people. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there really quick. Make sure you check out the Hebrew and Bible Academy. All right. You can go there to watch that infomercial. All right. So anyway, I mean that advertisement there of the Hebrew and Bible Academy. So we want to go into a few things really quick before we go into this lesson. I mean, before we open it up for Q&A. I saw a few things online. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I'm going to tell you, man, it's really sad what I see out there today when it comes to where we are in the world and why the Most High God is going to judge this earth very soon, as he already have transitioned to do. We were already in the curses, but it's not like some shock for us. But we must speak about these things to continue to try to pull our brothers and sisters out of the fire. I mean, I seen some things online. I see, man, straight warrior Judite kings, just looking just so soft. And, and I'm just like, man, it was one thing to see soft cats, but these cats are like full on cats getting ready to go to college football or universities or get ready to go to the NFL, like have the ability to do these things and whatever spirit that's going about without having fathers in the household, women making excuses of raising the children, and then Esau making laws about not, you not being able to raise your children according to the scriptures, it have caused this and way more. I'm just going to show a few things, and you guys can go ahead and, call in of whatever question you have on this topic or even some past topics that we have talked about, right? Because we know that the Most High God knew that Abraham, in Genesis 18 and 19, that he would, the Most High God trusted that Abraham would teach his children according to the ways of the Most High God, which is why the promises would come through Abraham. And so those are blessings that will come through Abraham. The whole world and the earth will be blessed through Abraham. Why? Because he would listen to the Most High God and raise his children in a way. We think that just because we're Israelites or just because we're black people or just because whatever, we have children out of wedlock and all that, why is life happening to us this way? Why is life happening to us this way? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That looks amazing. Hope it's amazing. Tastes amazing. Thank you. Yeah. We think that just because, and a lot of people, women, and I'm not blaming my sisters. One thing you need to read between the lines and understand. I'm going to put this out there. We are already in the curses. When we speak about these things, don't take it as a blame. Don't take it as woe is me or I did this or I did that. All you can focus on is where you are now and try to fix it. Things come out like this. Information comes out like this to help you. But we can't beat around the bush. We can't be soft about it. We also can't be insensitive. We try to balance it all on the spiritual beam because Christ was not walking around and not going direct to the spirits and saying that, hey, you're dealing with a spirit. He didn't say, well, try to say it softly and all that, okay, because the demon wouldn't come out. So if somebody don't tell you straight or actually, tell you exactly what the issue is, we will never evolve. We will never learn. And that's women having children out of wedlock, unfortunately, men having children out of wedlock, not taking care of their children. And these are the effects. And then we say, why won't God help us? Well, let me tell you. After some time, we should examine as a culture, as a nation, and say, you know what? I see what this have done to the past generation. Should I continue to do the same? But we're in the end times, guys, and the world is doing the same thing and still waxing worse. And you know what's funny? You can't even trust these so-called celebrities. Of course not. I mean, it's not a surprise. You see guys like this in front of you, fair use, who we used to look up to when we were young. We used to joke about because, he was a great comedian. And at the time when we were young, we didn't really necessarily look at when they were putting on dresses. We were children, at least in my generation. We just thought it was straight comedic until now we realized the agenda that was being pushed as we see today, and that he with his own children, him and more celebrities are pushing this Baphomet androgynous hermaphrodite type of scenario, type of spirit. This brother Marlon Wayans, one of the best, him and his family, some of the best comedians and actors out there. But to hear them try to be public speaking about, and try to be some type of, spokesman for our people, no. Because I'm going to tell you, every time something comes out of this man's mouth, unfortunately, it's just like, brother, you need to stick to what you know to do best, because this right here is not it. This is not it. But I'm going to tell you what this guy's talking about real quick, and we're going to go on a few scriptures about it before we open up the calls. Fair use. Let me know, can you hear it?
Spank your kids.
Why not?
Spank your kids.
Why not?
Because that shows that you're a poor communicator. They're
good.
a baby.
Yeah.
Why can't you talk to a baby?
Look at Jake in the background. When I mean Jake, I mean the children of Jacob. Those brothers and sisters in the background. They talk about, ooh, like as if he said something deep. Y'all know darn well what this man's saying is garbage, and how we grew up as Christians in a black church, how we're supposed to raise our children. Y'all already know. And you'll have some people come out and say, well, I used to see when I was young, things being a little overboard. I get it. But that doesn't mean that you let your child run rampant and free now. Because when you let brats run free, brat daughters and brat sons, you weaken the next generation. You spoil the next generation. And you wonder why our people stay in the same predicament perpetually. Right? I remember, even as a kid, I'm like, I knew after, I left the home, when I was among friends, I could tell which parents raised their children well and which ones didn't love them a certain way because they let them be too free when they were young. And now I was remembering all the things my mom and my stepdad had done for me. Punishments, whippings, all that, and how it made me who I am today. And I seen the spoiled guys, they were weak, they amounted to nothing, they were crybabies, and they were a lot of them very feminine. They didn't have strength of, understanding life. Because I literally been cooking since 5 years old, literally. We had a rough life. Like, I had to babysit young. That's all I'm going to say. And I did it successfully. So I'm not saying people should have to do that, but definitely we shouldn't let our children just roam around free. But let me continue it.
Yeah. Every time you spank your kid, you're taking your potential best friend and you're making them your worst enemy. You're hurting. Wow. You're hurting your potential best friend. And I know you're trying to teach them, but they don't need to.
He said your best friend. He said your best friend. We're going to have to go into a few scriptures about this. I don't need my son being my best friend. He can be my best son. I don't need him to be my best friend. Because when your child thinks that they're your friend on that level, no, they will always be a son or a child to me. We can be cool and all that as long as you respect. But you got to understand that balance and when to cut things off. When it, you listen what the Bible says. A servant is not greater than his master. It even tells you don't give your children power over you while you live. Don't give your children the same resources on the same level as you, or you will not be able to correct them. And some people think, well, my son, I want him to be, or daughter, better than me of how I was. They can still be that, but you still don't want to take away the process. You take away the process, and when you got to give your legacy to them, it will be wasted away. They will grow arrogant, and the Most High resists the proud and only gives grace to the humble. So, yes, we don't want them to be the best friend, and we're going to bring some scriptures out to show why and show the effects of it.
Learn that way. There's other ways to teach them, and they'll never forget those spankings. And there'll always be a part of them that resents you for that, and it'll take a lot of prayer.
Speak for yourself, brother, because my spankings helped me. Speak for yourself. And I watched some more videos about people who watched this interview and they disagreed with what this brother talking about. And most of the comments disagreed with him. Most of them did. If not 99%. So if that's the way he feels, that's the way he feels. But he can't speak for everyone. He sounds like an Edomite right now. When the Bible says, what it says, and where Esau's like, you're abusing your kids, because they want an evil world that serves Satan, that can do what they want to do and become free. Don't forget the scriptures talks about Esau. Lest one be profane like Esau, which sold his birthright for a morsel of meat in that stew. Meaning Esau is very free. You haven't noticed how you can go around town. Esau's daughters can be rolling around in Daisy Dukes at such a young age and their butt cheeks are showing. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This has been going on since I've been a child. Yeah, Esau daughters roll out there, and I'm not saying all of them, obviously, but I'm talking about a lot. I'm a lot. Esau is Esau. A lot of the men take steroids And I know that for sure. What I'm saying is they are who they are. That's just who they are. They don't care about it. They don't care about putting chemicals in their body. Esau don't really care about all that. I'm talking to a dude the other day. He was a cool guy. But he was like, man, listen, I'm on these peptides. I'm on these, you know what, these roids. Like, he said, I'm poking myself every other day. This is normal for them. Real cool guy, too. And he's like, man, you not on them? I was like, nah. I'm like, nah, brother, I don't really need that. I'm like, I take my supplements. I'm good, you know what I mean, on that. You know, I guess he was shocked the size that I'm at that I'm not taking them because he really was the same size. So I'm like, I don't know why you're taking them, but I get it because it's really rough for Esau to keep up with Jacob. So, but anyway, we got our brother here who is just such a, I have to say, such a bad example for an answer.
Those spankings. And there'll always be a part of them that resents you for that. And it'll take a lot of prayer and a lot to get over that.
Don't try to throw prayer in there.
Just don't do that to them. So challenge yourself to be a better communicator.
Black people, are we finally ready to have this conversation, like at large as a people, like as a collective? Because it's about damn time. If Marlon Wayans can raise his children without hitting them, can we say that not hitting your kids is for the culture? Are we there yet? Can we be there, please?
Welcome in.
Right? No, I'm not feeling that. As far as this house, I'm gonna raise my family up in the ways of the Lord. That's how we're gonna raise our children here. Let's go to Genesis 18 and 19 really quick. Just really quick. We're not gonna be long. Genesis 18 and 19, guys. Let's see what God says. There's so many scriptures I can go to, right? Genesis 18:19. If you look at the bottom of the screen, for I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him. These were blessings. Right? These were blessings. Okay? So I think I'm going to roll the way that my God said. Let's go to Deuteronomy 4 and 9 through 10. Deuteronomy 4 and 9 through 10. Like I said, we're not going to be on long. I know we say that all the time. Deuteronomy 4 and 9 says, only take heed to yourself and keep your soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart or your mind all the days of your life. But teach them to thy sons and thy sons' sons. Teach them to thy sons and thy sons' sons. Right? Now let's go into the part where it talks about you understand. One moment. Let me get it really quick. I'm trying to see which one I want first. Let's go to Proverbs 22 and 15. I got a lot of them, so. Proverbs 22 and 15. And I'm going to show you the results of not doing this. Boy, we are here. If you look on the screen, it says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. We're born in this world in sin. And when children are young, I don't care if they think they're men, if they think they're women, even when they're older. If you don't raise them correctly, they're already born with foolishness. You have to teach them the opposite of foolishness, which is wisdom. The wisdom of the scriptures, understanding, discipline, the commandments. It's bound in their mind. They may think they know it all, but they will go off of their own mind. If you don't teach them the wisdom and make sure they know it, they won't have it. And when they try to get smart and all this different stuff, what does it say here? But the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. So unfortunately, if it has to be a punishment, the rod is not always the way you're going to do it, obviously. Sometimes it's punishment, taking things away, privileges, right? So they can learn to appreciate. But it said the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. Sometimes you need to sit down and talk to them. Sometimes, depending on the situation, you need to take something from them. Sometimes, if they're old enough and they still want to be too disrespectful, go figure it out in the real world. And that's when they realize, oh, wow, I didn't know how hard mom and dad had to work to get to this point in life. Right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's jump to because if you train up a child in the way they go, when they're older, it's not going to depart from them according to scriptures, right? Let's go to 23, Proverbs 23 and 13 really quick. Thank you, Elder Dale. Proverbs 23 and 13. It says, withhold not correction from the child. For if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. So this is our God speaking. He's saying, listen, if you do what I'm telling you, and you know you ain't going crazy in the house, if you do, what you're supposed to do reasonably, the child gonna be all right. They're gonna learn from it. They can learn from it, or they can burn from it. And maybe we can get some call-ins to see, hey, did you get whipped growing up? Did it help you or not? Maybe we can get some call-ins to see if following the word of God is a bad thing, or did it help you? I know it helped me. I mean, let me try to get smart with my mom in front of my friends. Bop. I grew up from the old school. And the kids will be laughing and all that. Listen, let me try to laugh and see. Again, bop. But they made you respect them. They made you respect them. If you can't call in, I'm sorry. It's all good. All right? Listen, it made you respect them. And that's the way it's supposed to be. A servant is not greater than his master. My teachers who taught me, my elder Ricard, my father, my mother, I'm not trying to be greater than them. I don't even desire to be greater than them. I'm just going to do the best I can with what God have given me. But in my mind, it's not like I got to try to do better than my teachers, than the people who have brought me up. I'm just going to do the best I can in life, and wherever that goes, it goes. But I'm talking about the mindset of me trying to outdo people who put something in my life. No. I'm not going to try to emulate those who I needed to help me. These are mentors. All through Enoch and all of the teachers and the prophets, these are mentors who guide the men in the earth. Right? We got to get out of the competition Roman mindset here. I know we have it and all that, but we always thinking about how can we be better than the next man. Listen. I want to tell y'all, if you don't know me, I don't even have that in my mind. Don't get offended with me with that, because I'm not thinking about you like that. I'm not thinking about you like a negative way, like, man, I got to try to be better than this person. I don't care about being better than you. Okay? And I teach my children the same way. Some people compete with you, and they mad that you don't compete with them. I'm not teaching those things to my children. Be the best and go in the way the Most High wants for you. Don't even think about another man. If it ain't charity and love, we ain't thinking about them on a negative way. So, yes, so we just looked at a few scriptures because we can't go through them all. Right? But I'm going to show you when you don't do it, what happens. Some things that happens in our community, guys. Brothers and sisters, we end up, man, and excuse any language or anything. I'm not going to play the whole video all the way through because I think that there may be some language. I don't know how many people seen this here, man, but I felt bad for my brothers. And whoever this guy is in the green with the green hair, oh boy, y'all know who this guy is. I don't even want to say his name. Lord have mercy. One moment.
This video and then I'm going to respond.
I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. You gotta be real quiet on the creek. Shh. Quiet on the creek. Quiet on the creek. Quiet on the creek.
Now look at these guys. Look at these guys. These guys are swole, strong, supposed to be on the front line for the Most High in this Bible, dressed up nice. I mean, they working out. And, they're talking about, they're dancing about to some saucy Santana music. Some saucy Satan music. This is what happened when fathers, when we pick the wrong women. The woman had that baby. She want to take that baby because guess what? She need them food stamps. She needs a Section 8. She needs the because that's what she's fighting you for at the end of the day. Okay, not all, but a lot of them. She needs the income tax money because she don't want you to have it. And guess what? When you don't have the son, this is what usually the son can become possibly. Now, sometimes you just got evil men out there. They don't even want nothing to do with their children, too. Sometimes you got these episodes, right? But sometimes men just give up and throw in the towel. But this is what this creates. And this is not funny to me. I don't really see anything funny about this. I don't see anything funny about this, man. When Christ comes back, now you see why Sodom and Gomorrah was crazy because you got these big swole guys walking around here in flame now. It's really sad why we have, and it's important that while we have to raise our children right, and in the church, we're being an example to young men. Very hard to look at, and I'm glad that a sister is talking about it because sisters, if you go in the comments, are the ones bigging this up. Sisters are the ones clapping and cheering this on. Thank you for the donation. Sisters are always the one. 90% of the time, sisters are the ones doing this and then talking about, I need a man.
Real quiet on the creek. Shh. Quiet on the creek.
So I want you to tell me, who are these boys behaving like? Are they behaving like masculine young black men, or are they behaving like feminine young black men? And the first comment is, don't attack me, but I think that they're just having fun. Young men do not have fun in ways as a female. Women have blurred the lines of what men do and what women do. Y'all have taken away the roles and the positions of the man, and now they think that they can do things that women do, and this is not fucking okay.
Fair use.
Fair who use. Have full-on beards and wigs telling our young men that this behavior is okay.
Fair use.
And black women support the nonsense. You would never see a black man, a masculine black man, supporting the gay lifestyle at all. At all. At all. At what point as women do we hold ourselves accountable for the direction that we have allowed our people to go in? Because these boys are not behaving like men. They're reflecting what we do. Shaking breasts. Who has the power of doing that? Women. And then gay men who go and get implants, or they get fat enough to have their breast out, or their chest out, their pecs out.
Now, mind you, women don't even walk around like that. Women don't even walk around with an over snake curve. These guys are walking around like this because they need to make it seem as if they have breast. And it's like, listen, if you want to be evil, go all the way evil. Go get you some money and do what you need to do to be a whole woman, even though you can never be one. Or listen, whatever, tranny, whatever you want to do. But it's forcing you to have to walk around like you have something you don't have. Because women don't even act the way that these guys act. They unfortunately want all of this crazy attention. You know what I mean? More than a woman. They want to be seen and do things way more than women do. And women, evil women, I'm going to say, not all women are evil. Evil women, whether through good intentions or not, or through ignorance, have allowed such a thing. And I'm glad that sister's speaking up, because sometimes, you know, it's not enough that sisters speak up. Sisters will see something, and believe it or not, on the side, they really like it. Yeah, on the side, they really like it. So I'm glad this young sister is actually speaking up. Now, I can't play too much of the rest because she kind of goes in too much, you know what I mean? But I'm glad she went into this.
Literally. It is so disgusting how this behavior has become normalized. Y'all have literally taken away masculinity and placed the man within the feminine role. Literally. These boys truly think that their behavior is not okay. This is not okay. Why are young black men okay with behaving feminine?
So we're going to leave it there because, like I said, I think she's going to go into some profanity because she's a little angry and frustrated, as she should be. As a black woman, she's not okay with seeing her brothers in such a case. I'm finally glad, you know, that some sisters are speaking up about it. We need more to speak up about it, right? Yeah, let me tell you, these are the effects by not following the Most High and listening to the Most High. You know, I know how the East Indians get down. I already know how they roll. They close. When I was in Egypt, they real close. But brothers, we ain't supposed to be rolling like that as a whole nation. We losing our brothers, man. We are losing our brothers. But one moment, I think I have one more thing I want to show you before we let me see if I can find it here. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah. Let me show you how we were supposed to be with those blessed bodies the Most High have given us. Let me show you. Now, I don't think this woman was necessarily racist, but this guy has a channel. You know, he's a San Antonio rapper. I know who he is back then because I used to live in San Antonio, but his page is all about who's racist. I don't believe this woman is necessarily racist. She probably was just afraid that her son was going to get hurt. But still, why put your son in this position in some type of UFC or Brazilian jiu-jitsu or wrestling scenario if you don't want him to get hurt? Because there's always a possibility that he can get hurt. But the thing is, if a black person would have did this to a white person, it would have been way bigger than what she did. I want you to see this. But why am I bringing this out? Because this is how we're supposed to be raising children, to whip behind like our God said we would do if we followed him. We known for whipping behind. That's what we know. When we whip behind, guess what? The children come out whipping behind. In sports, in all, in everything when it comes to inventions with the mind and all that, keeping us on the right path with the Most High. Right? Check it out. Fair use.
You do if another parent, a stranger, attacked your child because their kid is losing.
Back up.
She came on the mat and grabbed the kid.
Who did?
She grabbed our kid.
Who did?
That's what the young lady.
Kid like that. I swear
That's
to
what the
God.
ref is for.
Look what Esau says. I swear to God. She jumped into her Karen mode. Huh? Because before she was without caring. She was without Karen, and now she's Karen. So she's talking about, I swear to God, we seen it on camera, woman. Everybody's seen it. Regardless if she's racist or not, you are not the referee. The referee didn't stop it. And that Jacob boy, and I'm not, listen, that Jacob boy, that young black man was whipping behind on that mat. Like we do. Huh? Because you know how we train our children. We train to run through brick walls. Huh? And she couldn't take it. And I get it. I know how mothers will feel when they put their sons in fighting. But that's what you chose to do. This is how we're supposed to raise young men. Now you look at these other young men that was dancing. And now you look at this young child when I'm sure a father or somebody is in his life. Or men are in his life. And I'm sure men is in these other guys' life. But they in their life too much. You all right? They in their life a little bit too much, if you know what I mean.
Don't touch no kids. Hey, stop.
We got it.
Take it
Okay.
one at a time. Yeah, but you don't want to keep moving
Go
forward.
ahead. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess she didn't mean it, but she came on the mat, which shouldn't have been done.
I understand it, okay, but we can't have people keep getting aggressive.
Did y'all hear that? He said the black parents are being aggressive because the white woman grabbed their kid. And he doesn't say nothing to the white woman who was actually the aggressor. That's how you know whatever little town this is racist as hell.
Well, I don't like to stand on just racism, you know, but she was totally wrong. She was totally wrong because listen, when Jake get on that, when Jake get to you, that's it. When Jake get to you, that's it. Now that ain't it. Let me show you something else here. Let me show you why fathers need to be in their son's life. Let me show you, not just for sports. Not just for sports, but, you know, if you're going to play sports and have a good body, use it for something good. Don't use it to dance to saucy Santana songs. So I want to know when y'all call in, did whippings help y'all when y'all was young? I just want to know, did punishments, whippings, corrections help you guys? And when you call in, I may give you a biblical question because you may be able to win some prizes. I got some tonight I'm going to give away for the women's from Proven brand. I'm going to give away. Thank you, my sister, Aurora. Beautiful. Look at that beautiful. Yeah, that beautiful woman's wallet. Decked out. And listen, I'm giving away some top dollar good stuff right here. This ain't no cheap stuff right here. You know what I'm talking about? And for the men, I'm going to give away a nice T-shirt, baby. Woo-hoo. I don't want to open it up and get my fingers on it. And you got a choice of beautiful, like Bishop Barn. You got me the beautiful Judah brush. So you can keep them waves on. I'm not going to brush my waves, even though if I brush my waves, it may bless your waves, because you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to keep it just like that. Okay? Yeah, so we're gonna be giving a few things away. All right? So I want to show you something real quick. I want to know when y'all call in, have the whippings of your parents helped you? But check this out. This is what happened when you keep your child in line and support them and do things. And like I said, I personally, I'm not really into the white man sports as far as my child being into their stuff. Everyone, you put your child in the way that you want to do, because there's something that's meant for each child to do. So if he is going to be in there or she's going to be in there, you make sure they kick behind like what you're about to see here. Okay? The reason of what I'm saying, if you're going to go in things, you got to go in things with a plan. Or they be like LeBron James, where they tossing them around like a salad. Okay? And I'm just keeping it real with you. Because, don't nobody really want you after a while when you done everything. And it's like you got to do more to keep getting more, if you know what I mean. I don't know what other way to put it out, but it's sacrifices that have to be made. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't know, you ain't been high enough. I grew up around ballers. I grew up around people, and I'm not going to say what high school I went to and all that, but I'm going to tell you, I grew up around people who didn't pass their grades, who was coming into our basketball class, who was failing. I knew they was failing. They would be able to skip class and come to our basketball class because they didn't feel like going to class. Still got a bunch of scholarships. Still went to top colleges. Oh, yeah. Trust me. So who would let that slide? Coaches, scouts, and all the above. And I was there to see it all. Whether they were smart or not, as long as they winning for the white man, I saw with my own, the Most High is my witness. I saw it multiple times. We played against people who you didn't see to go to Duke, who's in the NBA now. I'm talking about so many people come from Houston. And I used to play with them just free ball around the high schools. I come from a top high school where NBA players come from. Right? And listen, we had so many, me and my best friend since second grade, he went to the NBA tryouts. You can't even go to the tryouts if you suck. My best friend played against LeBron James in the AAU basketball league before LeBron James went pro. So I don't want to speak of myself, but those who balled against me in the church, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. Right? So, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. You like, oh, let's go. You're good.
Wait. Look how it start off. It looked like Esau finna get money with him, right? This is when he gets lapped. And this is not a black versus white. What I'm telling you is, this is what we were born to do. The Holy Spirit rests on us. You don't need to be doing those saucy Santana dances. This is what we supposed to do. We are warriors for the Most High. You sitting there getting ready to be in a sandwich, Esau sandwich. Huh?
Let's go, push it. Good. Move it.
Hey, come on. On the bar. Yeah. Up high. Come on, here we go. Get there, come on, Jamie, out. Go.
Let's move.
Finish strong, Jamie.
Keep the feet moving, keep them moving.
Where's the other guy at?
Get there.
It's over with.
Good work.
Where's the other guy at?
Yeah, let's go, you like, oh.
Huh?
Off of it, let's go. You're good, let's wait.
That's it, he gone now. It's too late now. It's too late now.
Good, buddy, good. Out there.
Huh?
Go, push it.
It's too late now. It's too late. He smoothed and lapped his brother. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we are supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be doing, not this right here. Not this right here.
Want to respond.
I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. You gotta be real quiet on the creek. Shh. Quiet on the creek. Quiet.
Nah. It's not what we're supposed to be doing. I know brothers and sisters in the church and seen this post because it comes across all our feed. But do you think, and I'm going to put the call-in number on, do you think that what Marlon Wayne said, that you shouldn't whip your child, or how did discipline or the rod help you? I'm going to open the calls really quick. And the call-in number is 512-915-7135. And I'll give you a biblical question if you call in and see if you can win some tonight. Okay? Because we got to get out of here. All right? The call-in number, come on, call in. Don't be afraid. All right? I want to know. I want to hear, in a matter of 2 minutes, did spankings or whatever help you? 512-915-7135. Let me turn that up. Sometimes people call me after the show and they want to be knowing about health stuff. This is the time to call in now. All right. I'm going to put that right there. And if you want to call in about that, or if you have any other question, go ahead. But I'd rather try to keep it on the topic. Okay? I'd rather try to keep it on the topic. All right? All right, we got our first caller. We have our first caller.
How you doing, Elder?
Hey, Shalom, who we got here?
Shalom, this is Brother Holly from Baytown.
Okay, you said Holly?
Holly, like Halle Berry.
Okay, Holly, Shalom, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm all right, my brother. I'm all right, man. So you say you in Baytown? That sounds like in my area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You in my body?
No, sir.
Well, what's going on?
Oh well, I actually came from Alabama. I'm a veteran. Went to blind rehab out here in Waco. So I was staying with a friend out here in Baytown for a second, and I reached out, but I didn't make it.
You the brother who called before, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to talk to you about that because I think they reached out to me and you got some stipulations going on there, brother. So we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what kind of question you got for us tonight?
Oh, well, I was going to answer the question about the spankings you was talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. And they did help. They did help. They kept me on the straight and narrow.
So which way do you think you would have went if you didn't get those things? Give me a quick little testimony. What do you think? Give me something.
I would have been very, very bad. I was a wicked child, sir. I was adopted really young. Don't know my father. Recently found out who my mother's side of the family is, and I ended up being adopted by some West Indian parents. And I used to get in trouble like every 3 months. I was getting in trouble for something, and for either stealing or lying about something. And one of the things that my father disliked about me was I could look at him with a straight face, bare-faced. He called it bare-faced lion. He was Guyanese. So, I would tell him a whole story that wasn't true, just made up. And I would steal money from out his pockets. He would go to work. I would steal money from out his pockets and all of that. And I got the whole, if you lie, you steal, you can kill, and all of this. And yeah, I got beat severely, but I deserved it.
Okay. So do you think those things were, because I need Esau to hear this out there. Do you think these things, that you were better off with them or without them?
I was better off with them.
Did you see other people that you knew who didn't get whippings before, and
Yes.
you think they could have turned out better if they had better discipline like yourself?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most of the people I grew up with, I would notice that they couldn't control themselves the same way that I could. And yeah, it was, there's a lot of people. I actually come from upstate New York originally. And a lot of my friends, they ended up either in prison or deceased. So,
okay. Yeah, man, I appreciate you calling in tonight. You want to hop into one of these Bible trivia questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you win some before? I think you won some before.
Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay, so let me give you one really quick. Who and some of these things can be well, I'm not gonna put it out there like that because I want to give it away. I tell you what. Who was the father of Noah's wife?
Ooh, the father of Noah's wife. Yikes. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds.
Father of Noah's wife. All right, well. I'm gonna go with my first mind. I can't cheat because I can't see. let me. All right, I'm gonna go with the first mind. Let me go with Lamech.
Okay, so yeah, that's not the answer. Yeah, that's not the answer. So yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. I appreciate you calling in, man. Yeah. We're gonna reach back out to you so we can see how we can get you in this church. We're gonna have to figure some things out. But
okay.
Yeah, just send me another message so we can figure some things out. All right.
Okay.
All right, my brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, sir.
All right, brother. All right. Shalom. All right, we got a few people who called in. I know I missed a few calls. I missed this 47. I'm gonna call the first number back. 470 area code. area code. Yeah, we got a 470 area code. Somebody calling G.O.C.C. Media?
Yes, this is Norman.
Norman?
Yes.
How can I help you, Norman? This is Elder Ria.
I just was trying to answer some questions. I see you on the phone, man.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question first. Do you think that whippings, helped you in your life? Did you get whippings or not? How were you disciplined?
Yes, I did. I think it 50-50.
50-50. Okay, what you mean by that?
Somewhat it helped and some way it didn't.
Okay, how did it not?
It didn't help because the understanding didn't keep on going. Like it was just for a moment of time. And, it wasn't like a concept that was ongoing as far as I'm doing it for this reason. It was just for the moment.
So you saying the understanding wasn't brought along with it, or the whippings just didn't continue?
The understanding didn't go along with it.
Okay, because I know there's different situations. That's why I'm asking. But do you think overall, for people, that according to the scriptures, it's necessary or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay, you just saying that you think they should have some understanding of why.
Yes.
Right. There you go. Well, thank you for calling in for that. You want to answer one of these Bible trivia questions?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna keep asking the same question and see who get it. Who was the father of Noah's wife?
Noah's wife. Is Jezebel?
You said is it?
Yes.
Who was the father of Noah's wife?
The father of Noah's wife. The father of Noah's wife. King Farouk?
I'm sorry, that's not the answer, my brother.
Okay.
But thank you for calling in. My man, Shalom. Shalom. My man, Shalom. We got a 904 area code calling in.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Can you turn me down in the background? Shalom.
Oh, I was watching G.O.C.C tonight, and I was trying to get through, and I know the answer.
You know the answer?
Yes.
What's the answer?
It is Enoch.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Let me go to the next call. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Shalom. Shalom. We got a 413 area code.
Hey, what's up, Elder? How you doing? This is Rick Judah calling.
Shalom, my brother. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm all right, my brother. You got a question or what's going on?
Nah, I'm just answering the question about getting whipped.
Yeah. Let me hear you on that.
Yeah, me getting whipped, that helped me a lot actually. I mean, I got whipped, you know what I'm saying, as my father was around, he whipped me, and then my mother raised me growing up as a teenager and all that. And she whipped me when she needed to, you know, as I was growing up, the teenager. She tried to whip me, you know, growing up. I was a big, strong kid, so it didn't really hurt. You know, it didn't hurt, but she was slapping my face. And that would put me in my place when she slapped me. Because you slap a young man in his face, we don't know what to do with that.
Yeah. Moms ain't playing. Them black moms ain't playing.
So I didn't know how to react to that. So it put me in my place, and it would shut me down. But I would still do stupid things. I was in the streets. I mean, I played sports. I was a good football player. I worked and all that with the high school, but I was still in the streets too. And I was still doing street things, but I knew when to stop and calm down. Like when my boys is doing stupid things I know they shouldn't do, I knew when to stop.
Gotcha.
Because I knew that whipping was chilling me out. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. My mom, and plus I was embarrassed about what my mother would think about me too. Cause I didn't want to think bad about me.
Right.
So it put me in that place. And then when I got older in my young 20s, I really chilled out. And I mean, I was still hanging out in the streets, chilling with my boys, but I was not in trouble anymore like that. I would still hang out with them and look out for them, and keep out in trouble, things like that, help them out when they need it. But when it came to me, I would always like just be to myself. Like I was more of a loner at that when I got to my 20s. So the whooping, it really, really helped me out because it kept me balanced. It really did. It kept me balanced. I mean, I got in trouble, but the whoopings would keep me balanced because I knew when to calm down, and I just didn't want to embarrass my mother, and also I didn't want to embarrass my father. I didn't want to embarrass the name. I didn't want to embarrass their name pretty much because, you know, sometimes we can do a lot of dumb things that we shouldn't do when we're young, and that, you know, a lot of real dumb things that we shouldn't do when we're young, and, you know, it could be very embarrassing. So that would keep me balanced. Now, for the most part, keep me balanced. So it would never cause me just my mother, my father. I would never do nothing like that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it kept me balanced. And then when I got my 20s, it kept me cool. I was real cool with everything. It kept me. I started learning everything. I started learning everything like a young man should, pretty much.
Man, that's what's up, man. Praise the Most High. So it's good for Esau to listen to these shows because, you know what I mean, they children are all over the place doing all type of things, and our people are actually learning from their children the wrong way. And then when we see it on such a normality, we think that this is just a normal thing that everybody does in America. But we got to come back to the Most High's commandments. So I appreciate, it's like even when our parents didn't know they was Israelites, they was still following some of these commandments to the best of their ability. So I appreciate you letting me know that. Do you want to answer one of these Bible trivia questions that these people can't get?
I could try. I mean, I know a little bit of Bible, but I could try.
Oh, well, you probably ain't gonna know this one then. Let me see. Let me give you another one. Where did Jacob wrestle the angel?
Oh man.
What was the name of that place? Where did Jacob wrestle the angel?
Dang. See, that's one thing I really don't know. I don't know the exact name. I don't know the name where he wrestled him at. I know how he wrestled him. I know who he wrestled, but I don't know where he wrestled him at. I really don't know that.
Okay. Well, it's all good. Well, listen. Call back in next time because I'm gonna be having these things, and you know, just try to get yourself ready. Try to get sharp in that Bible. You're gonna be all right.
All right, I'll do that, brother.
Thanks man. Thanks for calling in, King.
No problem, man.
All right,
Thanks.
shalom. All righty. I'm trying to see. I know we had. Did I get this other? No, I didn't. All right, I'm gonna get this one. Shalom. Let me see. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Elder. How you doing?
I'm all right. Who we got calling in tonight?
This is Brother Corey from the Atlanta body.
Okay, what you got, man? You want to answer one of these questions?
I had a question and like a comment on the whoopings type thing.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I like how the other brother said 50-50. I kind of agree with him a little bit. I got whoopings as a child, and some of those whoopings helped me to understand right from wrong and consequences. But then there were some times where, you know, I'm raised by a single mom. Sometimes you just getting a whooping, they lashing out emotionally, and you getting whooped for things that me as a parent now, I look back and I'm like, my child do some of the same things I did. You know, they might have peed in the bed on accident, or, you know, they opened something without my permission. You know, and it's like, I got a situation with my mama where if she even think I'm whooping my child, which I don't whoop my child like that. I really don't.
Okay.
I discipline her. You know, when she was a baby, I might have like popped her on the wrist, little stuff like that. But as she's gotten older, I just take a stern tone with her. I tell her right from wrong. I might take a phone or something.
Right.
Like, if my mama think I'm putting my hands on my daughter, she would call DFAS, the police. This same woman that whooped me. But now, if I do the things she did to me as a child, she would call DFAS on me.
Well,
and it's like,
you think she's doing it because she's learned, or she feel bad, or, you know, from the situation?
I think it's a combination of things. Like my mom doesn't agree with the Israelite thought process. She doesn't agree.
Well, so do you think that's why she's calling?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're looking for any excuse to get in and get my child from me. But
I'm sorry to hear that.
You would weaponize the discipline you put on me. You would use it as a weapon in the system against me. You know.
Well, we don't want to be so negative on Mom Dukes. I know you're trying to be, you know, truthful, but we want to keep some of her integrity. So, but this is the, you know, because I still want to keep the honor as much, because you said 50% of it. If 50% of it helped, you know, let's stay in that, and you know, and hopefully through what you've learned, you can be a light to her, because in the beginning, how long you been in this walk?
Yeah, I'm new. I'm still new. I ain't gonna lie, I've been messing up, Elder. Like
it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, if you knew, this is why I know I'm hearing it from a new person, because usually when we're new, we feel with a lot of zealousness, and we think that everybody is around to attack us. And guess what? That may be very well true, because, you know, but it only happens for a short time. Believe it or not, a lot of those relationships eventually get mended. You get wiser if you allow yourself, and then y'all become more close. So I'm going to tell you, if you knew, you never want to come on here and do that and put nobody in your family out there like that. You don't have to, because what you got to focus on is building a foundation and showing her what you do is not what she think it is. And it's going to take some time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. And tell her you appreciate her for what she has done. And what you didn't agree with, you can change that in your house. But we never want to, you know, what we never want to do is, because our parents did not use the law the Most High gave them correctly, or whoever, we don't want to think that we shouldn't use it. And I'm not saying you in your house, I can't tell you what to do in your house, but if you do discipline good enough, you won't really have to whip the children that often, very rarely. But it's going to come a time to where, for each household is different, obviously, but usually when you do things right and build a foundation and the kid up early and young, you can nod at them. You can nod at them like the Most High nod to the angels or whoever, and it'll be done. So I told,
I just get that look. You gotta get that look.
Yeah, and that's when you know you've been running that household right. So and it's not that they not gonna do nothing wrong, but like I said, everything just comes down to balance, right?
Yeah, you know what, and I appreciate the correction, Elder, because you're right. Like, I love my mama. It ain't like that, but it is a lot of emotion behind that. And then, like, I just got my baby back.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation with my daughter about it, and my daughter 12.
It's all
so
good.
You know, we watching your video together. I was like, what do you think? She was like, I never really got whoopings, Dad, so I don't really think that they help like that. And I'm just like, I got whooped. And I'm thinking back to the whoopings I got. I'm like, did they help me?
Well, it's two sides to every story, and we all look at things a different way. The main thing is,
I do know I was a bad kid, though. I ain't grow up with no dad like that. So I know I was probably running my mom around, and she got to do what she got to do. She a woman.
So
and you gotta,
right. So now you had to look at it from her lens too. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying.
Trying to get this boy in line. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you calling in, brother. You want to answer one of these Bible questions before you go?
Yeah. Let me try it out.
Okay. Let me see here. You're new, so I'm gonna try to give you something like this. Who was Samuel's mother?
Samuel's mother, Lord. Okay. Samuel, that's the prophet that was it Ruth?
No, that's not the answer. So you're gonna have to try again next time. But thank you, my brother, for calling in. And what you brought forth was good, man. I really appreciate that. And keep your mother in prayer. Keep being a great example. Put your time in. And I'm gonna tell you, when I put my time in, I remember when I was young, my mama didn't know what the heck I was doing. You know what I mean? She was like, "What is this crap?" But guess what? Years later, I'm the one she look up to, like even like a father. So you got to put the time in. Put the time in and be patient with your mom. Trust me. You know what I mean?
You're right, Elder. You're right.
All right.
Keep pushing the plow. I gotta keep the plow.
There you go. Yeah. All right, my brother. Well, shalom. All right.
Shalom.
All right.
What the heck I was doing, you know what I mean?
All right, you got Shalom 954. Shalom. I can hear myself in the background. Can you turn me down back there?
Yes, sir. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, this is me, Andre, man. I've been following y'all on YouTube. I've been speaking to Elder Baruch in Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm based in Knoxville. Yeah, I'm based in Knoxville. But yeah, for this topic, this is a good topic because I was raised in treatment facilities.
Okay.
My parents actually tried to discipline me very well. But when I go think about, you know, I say like in the early 2000s, like when I was growing up, everything was just fine. It was when, you know, I was in the grocery store. You know how that be. My mom want this, my mom want that. You know, she gave it to me every time I cried. But what really destroyed my relationships when I heard my grandpops, love my grandpops, grandpa fight my mom with money, and then my grandpa said, you know, that's his money you spend, and she started giving me money, and I got attached to it, and that's when, and then I just started getting whoopings and all that. They tried to discipline me, and I got scared going to school. And you know, I went to school and I told them, you know, I was scared to go home. I know I was gonna get my butt whooped. They sent me to Peninsula, but make a long story short, you know, being grown now, you know, I realized the only thing I had to do was just mind my parents, bro.
Yeah.
I would have never, But as far as like raising kids, like my social life is different because, you know, I aged out, you know, and my social life came different. I had my philosophies and my ideologies. On my experience, I don't believe in whooping my kids, you know, because for what I see and I experience, it makes me scared of you. I feel like I want to let my kids be free, do it up, because for what I see, you know, I see my parents whoop my, you know, siblings, and they'll end up at the dinner table, and it's like they be sad. I don't want to. I just like I say, you know, I let life teach you. I can tell you the consequences, you know, tell you the catastrophics, but if you choose to do it, And I'm sad to say this, but I don't want my kids to be scared of me or looking at me all kind of, sad. If you want to take a firework and pop it, I just tell you, man, you're gonna blow your head off. But if you do it, at least you did what you wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Well. Guess what? You got to raise your house the way you're supposed to. But if you're going to be a man in the Bible, you want to follow the scriptures as it's written. And whippings is not the resolve for everything. So that's not what I'm trying to say tonight. I'm talking about giving wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Like I said, sometimes it's a punishment. Sometimes it's taking away things from the children. How the Most High did it. You know what I mean? There's different ways to bring the rod. There's ways like he took us out of the land, and now we're in the curses. You get what I'm saying? So there's different ways to actually bring it without physically doing it all the time, because sometimes it will whip your mind, your mindset, spiritually. Humble yourself. Like Paul said, provoking the children of Israel unto jealousy. And now we understand what that feels like, and we want to come back to the Most High. But like you said, within life, sometimes it will whip your behind. So there's different ways, there's different situations in everybody's household, but it all comes down to using one of those solutions, if not all of them, for the Most High and his children, because you know what I mean? Like I said, for me, I think I needed them, because some things I was trying to get away with, it's like the Most High always showed my mom, whether we shouldn't go somewhere, we shouldn't do something, or whatever the case may be, and she would find out. You know what I mean? And then we would get whippings, or she will find out later our friends want us to go somewhere, something bad happens. So the Most High was still working with our parents. And I lived on the other side of the world, brother. They don't whip their children at all over there. And those children, when I would discipline them, obviously I couldn't whip them, but I would make them go to timeout, or I would make them do push-ups in physical education, whatever the case may be. Make them run some laps or whatever for getting in trouble. The more I did that, the more they had more respect and love for me than their own parents. So I believe that, the Most High tells us to fear him, and we're made in his image. So there's nothing wrong with your child fearing you, because if they don't fear that they can't come up and knock you upside your head, it's something kind of wrong with that. So they're not meant to be our friends. So, you don't want them to be like to the point to where they don't want to have a conversation and feel like they can't ask questions. So that's where explanation and you giving them wisdom of why things are going on. I never just whip my children and be like, you just getting a whip and they don't know why. I try to bring understanding, but you know what I mean? I really don't have to whip them, to be honest, after a lot that I've done for the most part, but I still want to give them understanding of why something is going on, and never doing things through emotion. You never want to whip a child in emotion, because you know what I mean? That's where things can be, that's where you can cause a mental situation with your child. So I totally understand both sides. And thank you for calling in tonight, my brother. All right?
Yeah.
My man. All right, Shalom. I'm going to take one more call because I got to get out of here. One more call. The calls is coming in. Let me see. The calls is coming in. If you missed your call, go ahead and call in. I'm gonna try my best to get you in here. Let me see. If you missed your call, go ahead and call in. I'm gonna try to get one more call. Great topic tonight. I should have just did a whole show on it for the most part, but and open up the calls earlier. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Sometimes I'm gonna have to come into the topic. We got one more call right here. 478 area code. Who's calling in? Yeah, who's calling in?
Glenn.
Can you turn me down in the background so they can't hear that echo?
Yeah, Glenn.
Okay. All right, Glenn. You wanted to you had a comment or question?
It's with because I just jumped on, and I just wanted to know, you asking about whippings about kids, or what was the?
I'm asking about, if you grew up and you got punished or disciplined or whipped with the rod, or you know what I mean, like, you know, whipped or whatever, did it help you in a positive way, or do you feel that it didn't help, or whatever the case may be today? That's what I'm asking.
Oh yeah. I was raised with a father, like he put the rod on me, like I was one of the ones that who would do things, and he was like an old Englishman. I'm from the Bahamas, and he said, Glenny. I said, what's up, Pa? He said, oh, it's time for your daily ass whoop. I said, Papa, me not doing nothing yet. He said, hurry up, I got to go to work. I know you're going to do something. So it helped a lot, because every time I'm going to do something, I'll be like, man, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Like my dad, he would, and it's like when I go to school, if I get in a fight, this way it works. If I get in a fight, he don't ask me if I win. He ask my friends. And if my friends tell me I lose, I got another whooping. So if I choose to do something bad, I better at least do good at it, or you can get another whooping.
Look, you say daddy can whip, boy. I remember my stepdad, boy. I put on like 20 pairs of underwear so I wouldn't feel that thing. And one time he caught me, boy. It was over. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. And you see, to top it off what you said, sometimes I'm from the Bahamas, so he'll put you kneel down. He have so much stuff he's doing, because we had a big farm, and I was raised on acres and acres that we plant everything. But and between that, he still find time to put me on that punishment. He say, hey, you go lean down and make sure you get that guava switch, and you put the rubber bands. Just you know I like it. Go ahead, lean down. And I have the guava switch in my hands, and I'm leaning down, waiting till he's done. But guess what? The minute he got in that pickup truck, I leave. And then when I leave, I go around the whole neighborhood, like everybody who in the yard, and I do chores, right? I'll be good, because I know that when it's time to turn myself in, I say, hey, everybody, listen, I'm turning myself in. I done put on a lot of clothes. Please don't let them whoop me too bad. And everybody, by the time he put hands on me, they say, oh, George, don't kill him, George, and then they'll grab me from him. So yeah, it helped. It put the fear in me.
There you go. And that's the area I come from too, brother. Well, thank you for calling in tonight. All right.
Okay.
All right, brother. Shalom. I'm gonna take this last call. I gotta take this last call. Nobody can get these Bible questions right tonight. You better get up in that Bible. Shalom.
Hello.
Shalom.
Shalom.
856 area code. Who calling in?
My name is Rakama.
You say Rakama?
I'm from the Rakama from the Philly branch.
Okay, Shalom, my sister. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. You got a question or comment tonight?
I have a comment about being spanked.
Okay, we'll lay it on us, my sister.
Okay, so now that I'm grown, looking back, I don't regret my spankings, because one of the things that it did was it helped me to gain some clarity before a situation goes bad. So it helped me think twice about making comments or jumping into something, because number one, what were the consequences going to be? And that was just the consequences from your parents or your grandparents spanking you. Okay, without even want to deal with that on top of whatever the consequence of the action would have been. So as a grown-up now, it's real easy when people try to get you to, people try to get under your skin. Mm-hmm. It doesn't bother me now, because now I'm like, you know what? No, that's not worth it. Yes, so while I don't think now, I still have thoughts of them. Like, and also when people mop floors, I used to walk across the floor, you got in trouble. So now I won't even walk across somebody's mop floor at my job, because I have flashbacks. I'm like, oh no.
There you go. No. Listen, you still remember them whippings from the day, man. That mean they was doing some good whipping back then.
Yeah,
they whipped us. They whipped the next generation out of us. They whipped us into the next generation.
Yes.
Oh man. Well, thank you, my sister, for calling in. Do you want to answer one of these biblical trivia questions tonight?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an easy one. Who was Samuel's mother?
Samuel's mother.
You got 30 seconds. I know I was gonna mess with your mind and here you got 30 seconds, but yeah.
It wasn't Rachel?
No, ma'am. I'm gonna give you one
Okay.
more try.
Oh. That's the only name that popped into my head.
Really?
Yes.
Look, that's all we remember is Israelite. We remember Jacob and Rachel. Well, okay. Well, you could try next time. But I really appreciate you calling in. That was a great testimony, my sister.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right now. All right. Shalom. Yes,
Shalom.
ma'am. Shalom. Man, I said I wasn't gonna take no more calls. I gotta take one more.
Hello?
Shalom. We got the 678 area code. Where you calling from and what's your name?
Hey, my name is Brent.
Okay. You with the Gathering Christ Church or you just a guest watching in the show?
No, I am not. Well, I'm part of the church.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. So, you got a question or comment?
Man, I was trying to answer them questions. I know one of them is out of the book of Joshua 5:15 for who was
Well, I got to ask you a new question. I can't just give it away like that.
Bet. Come on with it.
All right. So, let me see here. This is an easy one, brother. You got this one. I know you got this one. What mountain did Noah's Ark rest upon? 30 seconds.
Burning? Mount Sinai.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you. You got to tell me. You got about 15 seconds left.
All right, what the question is again, so I can use my 15 seconds?
No worries. What mountain did Noah's Ark rest upon?
I thought it was burning.
No, it's not Vernon. That's not gonna be it. You. So I can't give you the prize, but I'm gonna tell you, you are referring to the mountain that the fallen angels rested upon, and made their covenant upon. That's Mount Hermon. Okay,
Hermon.
Yeah, but it's all good. Yeah. Thank you for calling in, my brother. All right.
Okay.
All right. Shalom. Now this is my last call of the night. I didn't let you through. You didn't got through your faith and your prayers. Okay. So who we got calling in? Where you calling from?
This is Morel from the VA body.
Okay. You out there with what's your leader out there?
Deacon AC and Deacon Jose.
All right. Deacon AC, my man. All right, and Jose. Okay. So you got a question or comment? Or are you trying to answer one of these trivia questions?
I'm trying to answer one of the trivia questions.
All right. I hope you're ready. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, all right. Who was Jonathan's son? You know Saul? Who was Jonathan's son? Because Jonathan was Saul's son. Who was his son? What was his name?
Jonathan.
Mm-hmm. He was David's friend, you remember?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good time, a good story there.
Oh, I don't think I read that one.
You didn't?
Oh, no.
Okay, well, let me go to the next caller then, all right?
All right,
shalom.
Who was Jonathan's son?
Now I didn't let you in through your prayers. Shalom.
I wanted to answer the question, answer about the mountain.
No, we got to answer a different question because you didn't look up the answer. Now
I didn't. I promise you, I didn't. I really didn't.
You only get 30 seconds. I got to be fair and give you a new question. You want it? Or you want to go for it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna try not to make it too hard for you. On what island was? That's too easy. It's too easy. Okay. Which feast occurred 50 days after Passover? You got this. 30 seconds.
The Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Which feast occurred 50 days after Passover?
Oh, first fruit.
There you go. And what else do they call it? Feast of what?
Pentecost.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yep. There you go. So I'm gonna give you an option. Well, I guess I don't have an option right now. I only got one option. We got this beautiful wallet here from Proven. All right. So all I need you to do, because I'm gonna send you this wallet out from this big company we got in this church called Proven by Water, Proven by Fire. And all I need you to do is send me an email to elderrei@gmail.com. Send me your address there so I can send you this gift, okay? And you can thank our sister Aurora from Proven for this donating this gift. This gift is quality, okay? It's not no garbage. This is quality. All right. So send me an email to elderrei@gmail.com. That's elderahray@gmail.com. All right. You done won. We got our first winner tonight, and I'm gonna get one more call to see if somebody can get the question. But I'm proud of you, my sister. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Robin.
Okay.
And I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
Well, I'm living in Jacksonville, Florida. And
Yeah.
I have heard through my sister that they was gonna get a GOCC church home here, and we don't have one here.
In Florida?
It's one in Orlando and one towards Miami, but we don't have one in Jacksonville, Florida. I thought they was gonna build one here.
Well, I'm not saying they're not, but things is a process. So I don't remember how long ago he said that, or if he said that. So I can put you in contact with Elder Fennell. Do you have his number or his contact?
No.
Okay, well, when you send me the email, send me your name, your contact, and your address, and I'll get you with Elder Fennell, and I'll make sure to get you this gift out there, Sister Robin, all right?
Okay, I appreciate it.
No problem. And hopefully the Most High we can get that church out there, God willing, all right?
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Shalom.
ma'am. Shalom. So we got a winner tonight, Sister Robin from Jacksonville, Florida in the house. Okay, now we got to get up out of here. And we're gonna do this Bible trivia thing again, and I hope y'all gonna be ready and sharp next time, so y'all can win these beautiful gifts we have here. All right. So peace and blessings. They was not hard. You got to read the Bible and enjoy it. These questions was not hard, and sometimes you got to be a thinker. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to be a thinker. Peace and blessings. Thank you for joining in tonight.